Welcome to the practical video for the eyelash extension practical exam. This video is going to give you all the details and tips that you need to learn and practice in order to pass your exam. One thing I want to remind you is do not do anything that you're not instructed to do. Once they ask you to show your ID, go ahead and do so. Do not talk to anybody that's around you, and once you're instructed to sit down, you may do so and place your actual kit underneath the table and do not touch anything else. Now wait for instructions.
The first section is pre-examination setup and disinfection. You have 10 minutes to unpack your general supplies and prepare your work area. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. You may begin.
Okay, here's where you take your stuff out of your kit and you're gonna grab the first bag. You're gonna close it again. Do not put it on the table because it's not sanitized or disinfected yet. Keep the hand sanitizer on your arm. Sanitize your hands, and then you're going to clean the table with the barbicide. So you're going to spray it first, both the table and the chair, because you're going to be using both items. And be careful not to drop anything. Grab a tissue and you're going to clean it with that tissue. Take your time doing everything. You want to make sure that they see the motions of you spraying and cleaning with the tissue. Make sure that you do not drop anything. I'd rather you take your time than dropping something on the floor. Once the table is clean, you can actually place your products on top of the table and then proceed to clean your chair. Make sure that you do the motions so the proctor can see that you're cleaning the chair correctly. Do not let go of the tissue in your hand. Keep it there. Go ahead and grab the trash bag and take your time placing it on the floor. Make sure that you open it correctly, as long as you need to take in order for it to not to collapse on you. Once you know that the bag is not going to close or collapse, go ahead and place the tissue in there. Grab hand sanitizer before you touch anything else. Arrange all your products so they look orderly. Grab the extra tissues that are in the Ziploc bag and put them on the side of your table in case you need more of them. Place the extra bag in the trash, hand sanitize, sit down, and raise your hand.
All scoring has been completed. We will now proceed to the next section of the examination. The next section is eyelash extension application service. Please demonstrate applying extensions. You have 25 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 13 minutes remaining. You may begin.
Remember, the first thing you're going to do is hand sanitize before touching your kit. Pull it out, open it, bring out the bags that you need, which are for the second section, and go ahead and place them on the table. Remember, take your time taking everything out. I would start with the doll head so you can dispose of that bag already. Place it in the trash, grab your hand sanitizer, sanitize your hands, and then go ahead and open up the second bag. As you bring all of the items, make sure that you're taking your time so you do not drop anything on the floor. Bring all the extra little baggies from the biggest bag out, put it in the trash, hand sanitize your hands, make sure to make the motions. And the first thing that you're gonna do is grab your towel so you can place your doll head, and then you're gonna bring out all the items that you need. Open every single bag and make sure that you're at least bringing 2 of each item out. For example, the eye patches, you at least want to have 2 of them, so in case you drop one, you have an extra one out. Same with the glue rings, at least you want to have 2. Once you're done with the baggie, drop it in the trash bag, hand sanitize your hands before touching anything else. If you have extra tissue, put it on the side table just in case you need it. Continue with the next baggies and same thing. Put the bag in the trash, hand sanitize, and make sure that you keep 2 items of each thing out in case you drop anything. Now you're ready to place the headband on the doll head. Go ahead and always make sure to clean the eye area before you move on to anything else. You're gonna grab the makeup wipes and make sure that you're doing the motion of cleansing. Take at least 10 seconds on each eye so the proctor can see that you're taking your time with each eye and that you're not missing this step at all. Once you're done, you're going to dispose of the cleansing wipe, put it in the trash, and hand sanitize before touching anything else. This is very important because they take very serious any cross-contamination. Proceed to apply the eye patches. Always keep an extra one to the side. Go ahead and open the pouch. Keep it to the side so it always looks orderly on your table. Grab the eye patches and apply them on the doll head. Same thing, take your time, wiggle them in, place them, and you can keep going with the next step. You can go ahead and throw the eye patches away if you want to, but if you just want to do less motions of reaching to the trash so you don't have to constantly hand sanitize and risking actually missing to hand sanitize, you can keep a lot of little things to the side and at once all throw them away. So here I proceed with grabbing all the tweezers and bringing them out, putting the little pouches to the side, and you can keep the other tweezers there just in case you drop them. You do not have to bring them out of the pouches. Grab one of the strips, place it on the tile, and as you can see, I'm already wearing a glue ring. I would probably not have done that because as you can see, I reached to the trash and I had to take it off and then hand sanitize. Little things like these can trick you, but anyways, go ahead and shake your glue. Remember that you have to shake it for at least 20 to 30 seconds. I'm just doing the motion here, but when you're there, you want to make sure that you shake it enough and that the proctor sees that you're shaking it. Dispense just a tiny bit of adhesive. You don't need a lot because once you put it in the trash, you don't want to spill all over your kit. Once you have the glue on your glue ring, you can go ahead and grab the lashes. You're going to place 6 of them on each eye at least. That way you have time to make sure that the proctor is looking at you, watching what you're doing, and give him the opportunity to see that you're doing every single step from application to isolation and separation. Now, they want to make sure that not only you're isolating, but at the end of you applying, that you're separating the lashes to make sure that they're not sticking at the base. Now, if you're doing this online, obviously it's going to be very hard for the proctor to see that you're actually separating the lashes and that there's no stickies, but consciously just make sure that you know that there's no stickies, because at the end of the day, it will give you more peace of mind. Here you can start to put all the things that you don't need in the trash can. Remember, every time that you reach down, you have to hand sanitize. Sorry to be annoying, but I want to make sure that you remember every single time that you go ahead and reach for the trash. Make sure that your station is clean and that everything is in order. Go ahead and take off the eye patches and the headband, and you're gonna place both things in the trash can as well. If you have extra items on your table, go ahead and grab them at this time. Hand sanitize. Make sure everything is looking good. If there's more trash, throw it away. And once you're ready, raise your hand.
All scoring has been completed. We will now proceed to the next section of the examination. The next section is blood exposure incident service. Please perform procedures for a client blood exposure incident. You have 12 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 6 minutes remaining. You may begin.
Okay, so remember, first things first, hand sanitize. Reach for your kit, grab the last bag, close the kit, always make sure to close it. Open the bag and bring everything that you need out of the big Ziploc bag. Throw it in the trash, and then, you guessed right, you're gonna have to hand sanitize. Go ahead and bring all the items that you need from your Ziploc bag. In this case, we're gonna be talking about gloves. It is very important that you bring out at least 3 gloves, because I know that you only have 2 hands, but what if you rip one of the gloves? You do not want to have thrown them away already whenever you have an incident like that. Proceed to bring all the other items out, your alcohol pads, your gauzes, and your band-aids. Again, remember to bring at least 2 of each item before throwing the other bag away. Once you have everything you need, go ahead and wear the gloves. Be careful not to snap them, rip them, or make any holes. That's why it's important for your nails to be short and not sharp. The first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your gauze and press against the area that you have chosen to pretend that there is a cut. Apply pressure and do not let go. Count at least to 10 to make sure that the proctor sees the motion. Grab the little baggie where you grab the gauze out of, hold it in your hand, bring out the hazardous baggie or the biohazard baggie. Open the middle one, place it in there, pretend that you're closing it, but don't close it all the way. so the next time that you open it is not as hard for you to open it. Grab your alcohol pad, cleanse the area. Remember to make at least 10 motions. Grab the little packet, wrap it, and grab your bag again. Open it, or pretend to open it, and place it in the middle baggie. Pretend to close it again, and then go ahead and grab your Band-Aid. Open it cautiously so it doesn't pop out. Place it on the area. Keep the little tabs with the wrapper. Put them in your glove, and then remember how we have taught you to pull it out, take it off. And now you're going to place it in the biohazard baggie, again in the middle one. And this time you're actually going to go ahead and close it correctly. Place it in the trash, hand sanitize. Make sure your work area is completely clean. Hand sanitize and raise your hand.
All scoring has been completed. We will now proceed to the next section of the examination. The last section is the end of examination disinfection. You have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. You may begin.
This should be very easy. Go ahead and grab your doll head, place it in the trash, hand sanitize. And if you really notice, I didn't hand sanitize right before touching my doll head, so be careful. That's one thing that I noticed on this video, but it's a great way for you to see what can happen. Be careful to grab everything under your arms, spray the area. Do not put anything down on the table again. Make sure you do not drop anything at all. Take your time cleaning it. Clean the chair. And once you're done cleaning it, you can put everything else in the trash except your hand sanitizer. Hand sanitize, grab your bag, pull your kit box, open it, and place the whole trash bag inside the box. Hand sanitize one more time. Put the hand sanitizer in the bag and close it. Stand up and raise your hand. Do not touch anything else.
All scoring has been completed. This concludes the practical examination. Please be seated at your assigned section to wait for your score report.
Okay, ladies, this concludes the test. One tip that I want to give you once you're doing the practical is if you have the glue ring with actual glue in it and you already have to put it in the trash, do not dump it just like that because you're going to spill the glue everywhere. So just make sure to take it off and actually put it at the very bottom of the bag so you don't spill glue everywhere. As it is, also when you're pouring the glue onto your glue ring, you don't need to fill it up to the rim. Just do a tiny drop because you are only going to apply a few lashes. So don't go crazy because then whoever is going to have to clean that kit is going to be very hard for them to do so. You don't want to get anything ruined basically. Check your kit before the night before or an hour before so you can actually make sure that everything is in there. It is your responsibility, not anybody else's, to make sure that everything is in there. If you're renting the kit from the school, also make sure that you're checking. Although we check, it's very important that you do so as well. Remember, this is your test. And for the ones of you that are mostly going to be doing everything online, don't worry, it's very easy. You just have to be in a room where there's no noise, there's no distractions. If there are windows, they have to be completely closed out with a curtain or something. You cannot have anybody else there at the room or in the room with you, helping you. No written materials, including your cell phone, can be around. I do want to encourage you to get there at least 40 minutes early because you have to do a background system check with a software that's special for them in order for them to be able to make sure that you're not cheating or going to any other window or you're opening other browsers in order to aid yourself to pass the test. So that takes about 40 minutes. I've had so many students that get there literally 10 minutes before the test and they're not able to test. If you are a Spanish tester, which you're not because you're watching this in English, but just so you know, going forward, if you or anybody else is taking a Spanish exam, they have to take it in person. There's no online option because the proctors don't speak Spanish. You could take the exam in Spanish, but the proctor cannot give you instructions in Spanish. So just so you guys know, it is up to you if you want to go in person or if you want to do it online. But other than that, this is basically what you need in order to pass your practical exam.